What-o! And hello, it's myself, Mr. B. Now then, that intro shot will help explain something. Look at my face. Look at my beautiful visage. It's all red. And when I come back from temple hunting, people say, oh, you've been in the sun, haven't you? And it's not the case, you see, because I use full block sun factor stuff, sun cream. But what it is, in fact, is my face getting sandblasted by the dust. And looking at this road, it's fantastic. This is a beautiful road. It is smooth, it is flat. It doesn't have cows and dogs and things wandering around. There's no danger of it just, well, disappearing or heading into a stream. This is as good as it gets. But, of course, clouds of dust are inevitable. So, this road has in fact led us to yet another fantastic temple. It is literally just there, and it is an absolute treat, and it does have its unique quality, as each and every one does. So yet again, this is myself saying to you, please take my hand and let's just spend the next 10 minutes having a brief adventure. So that is the road that's brought us in. The wind is picking up and the temple is just through here. Have a look. It's flat. This entire area is completely devoid of anything. But there's something through here I want to show you. And it's a big one. It really is. This is eye-wateringly big. And I'm going to show it to you. And here we go. And this is what I wanted to lead you towards. Because this is a fantastic indicator as to how important this temple was an awful long time ago. Now, to give you an idea of size, I've put my sunglasses, here they are, you see, lovely, lovely, very stylish, on top of this piece of masonry. And they simply almost disappear on the screen because this is worthy of Stonehenge. I mean, the effort to sculpt it, move it, place it is a Herculean task. And this, to me, is a wonderful indicator as to how important this temple was. And also, let's bear in mind, there is plinths here that show there were some large statues as well. So let's step out of the crunch and look towards here. There's nothing here. But if you were going to build a temple like this, then there would have been people here. It's the way to look at it is like a parish church, and this one is an important church. And people would have come and worshipped here. There would have been a community. You don't put a temple literally far away from people. You put it right in the heart of society. But look, there is not a trace of them. So with the echoes of the ghosts past, and it is such a shame, you see, all those buildings were built of wood, weren't they? So they're just gone, especially in a humid environment. The only things they built of stone were these temples. They are the only windows we have to go back, like a portal going back through time. It is only here we can appreciate and connect with those ancients. And here is its entranceway. And it's an absolute beauty. And I've just found something quite remarkable. And it's here in this modern sort of area for still worshipping and a bit of reverence. Because look at this. This is what you find in museum, folks. Look, I won't touch it. It is an original pot. Because we can tell, look, the earth in it. Isn't that incredible? An original pot that would have been handmade by someone in this area. And that's what I was talking about. There's nothing left of the people. And for the first time ever, we walk round the corner And the temple gods show us this, something that would have been made by the very hands of one of the residents here, that would have visited and worshipped at this very temple. Isn't that incredible? And that particular ancient would have walked this way. Now let's have a quick look down here. See this? Well, most of it's missing, but it doesn't take much to work out. This was a big plinth by the looks, which means big statue. And that ancient potter, but we now can walk in his very footsteps, as we walk through here, would have come through. And again, we're seeing the grandness of this temple. Look at this lintel. It's huge. And these doorways. This is an enormous task to build. But here, in the very heart of this temple, is a bit of a mystery. Allow me to explain. We can see down here underpinning. Can you see that? Let me zoom in for you. There is what gives this place stability. But it's this here that interests me. It looks exactly like a plinth. But let's get a bit closer. I have to be careful because there's a single vine here. Now then, I've scratched away a bit here, you can see here, just to show that there is an edge. So there is an edge, and we can see the decorative lines here, you see, and there's still a bit, look, there you go. That's better, isn't it? You can see what it was, but to appreciate it, we're going to have to step back. Bang, there we go, back we go. Because there's a lip where this would have come out, and here is what the ancient potter would have come to see, come to worship. There would have been something here. Now, what it is, what it was, is impossible to say. People can have educated guesses, of course, but obviously it would have been some form of God. And that particular God would have been staring out this way. And out of this very door, that potter would have walked, hoping his prayers were heard, and he would have walked directly back into a village which would have been there. That was Chamreang, a temple so wonderful I got too excited and I forgot to even say his name. And didn't we see something incredible, which is this engineering? It was done to such an extent, and there's a reason for it, and I've said it before on this channel. Engineering isn't done for engineering's sake. Engineering is to fill a need, a purpose, and that need and that purpose here was to build a temple that would impress, and it was needed by the people, and there would have been many of them here. I mean, look at these now desolate fields, for these would have been populated with farmers and families, and even that potter that made that little vase that we saw. And that has blown me away. And I confess, as I walked away, I gave it the gentlest of touches. Do you know why? Because I wanted to reach through time and just touch something that one of those ancients had held in his very hands. And that is truly an honor. And to me, is the crowning piece of this day. I very much hope you've enjoyed our quick 10-minute romp around something ancient that's far away in a mystical land. And please like, subscribe, and above all, comment. I do like hearing from you. What I do is a lonely business, as I always say. It only remains for me to say, until next time, as always, I wish you absolutely nothing, only the very best. Take good care.